One of the biggest misconceptions in the Christian life is the idea that once a person gets saved, the battle eases up. The Bible never teaches that. The moment a sinner trusts the shed blood of Jesus Christ, he steps onto a battlefield. The enemy knows he cannot take your soul, so he goes after everything else: your mind, your health, your peace, your home, your relationships, and your stability. Paul wrote, "We wrestle not against flesh and blood," Ephesians 6:12. Some days that wrestling feels like being gripped by invisible hands. Attacks come from places you never expected. They come through people who sound spiritual, but carry a spirit that is anything but holy. Satan has no problem putting on a religious costume. He's done it for thousands of years. Many times, his sharpest tools are those who pretend to be godly while working against the people of God. Some of God's children have been under pressure for years. You read the book, you pray, you try to walk right, but the storms won't break. After a while, even Job's cry makes sense. Job wasn't weak. He was a righteous man, crushed under spiritual weight so heavy he wished he had never been born. That wasn't unbelief. It was the groan of a wounded saint in deep warfare. Many believers today know that same feeling. They've been pushed, drained, worn down spiritually until their strength feels nearly gone. When the attacks touch your health, your home, your child, and your sanity, the weight becomes overwhelming. Some days you move forward simply because stopping isn't an option. Some days your prayers feel like they're fighting through fog. Some days you wonder why the hedge seems torn down and why the battle has lasted so long. And then comes one of the hardest blows: betrayal. Someone who acted like a friend, talked godly, prayed with you, and pretended to care. But over time, the mask slipped. What looked like fellowship was deception. That wound cuts deep. Wounded in the house of my friend, Zechariah 13 verse 6, is not just a verse, it's a reality for many Christians. Satan loves to use false friends and fake spiritual voices to wear down a believer. If he cannot unsave you, he will try to unravel you. He goes after your peace, your confidence, your discernment, and your purpose. But here's what hell hates. You are still here. Bruised, tired, shaken, but still standing. You have not dropped the book, and you have not turned from the Lord. That alone is proof of God's hand in your life. If you were lost, Satan would leave you alone. But because you belong to Jesus Christ, the warfare is fierce. The battle is real. The exhaustion is real. The spiritual weight is real. But none of it slips past God's sight. Not one tear, not one prayer, not one lonely night. God sees. God records. God will judge. Job didn't stay in the ashes forever. The Lord stepped in. The trial ended.